Hi everyone, it's Cindy here with your creative identity transformation. Thank you for joining me. I want to start by asking you something. Have you ever noticed how certain beliefs just stick with us? How they become so familiar that we stop even questioning them? Now, I'm thinking about a particular belief that I've heard from so many women over the years. A belief that goes something like this: I'm not creative, I couldn't even draw a stick figure. Not I don't create anymore, or I'm out of practice, but I'm not creative, as if it's just a fundamental truth about who they are. And here's what I've discovered: that belief is a myth. You are creative. You have been all along. You just believed something that wasn't true. Now, I know that might sound like a big claim, especially if you've spent decades telling yourself the opposite. So let me show you something. Let me show you the evidence that's been right in front of you all this time. Your creativity hasn't disappeared. It's been with you every single day, in the ordinary things you do without even thinking about it, in your everyday life. And I want to take you through this because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me start with something simple. Think about hanging a picture on your wall or just straightening it. You know that moment you've put the nail in and you hang the frame, and then you step back and you look at it and you notice something. It's slightly tilted, isn't it? So you adjust it a little bit to the left, or a little bit higher, a little bit to the right. You keep adjusting it until it looks straight, until it feels balanced and right. Now that is comparing angles. You're assessing visual relationships without even knowing you're doing it. You're making subtle adjustments based on what you see. And that is a creative skill. You've been doing this your entire life without calling it creativity, but it is. Now let's move on. This is really exciting too. Now I want you to think about when you're cutting a chocolate cake into eighths, for example. You know how to do this instinctively. You don't get your tape measure out and start measuring it, or a ruler. You just know by looking at the cake and understanding proportion, how to divide it so each piece is roughly the same size. And if one piece ends up bigger than the others, you'll notice it immediately. Even a child will notice, because you understand size relationships so deeply. That is a comparison of sizes. It's proportion. It's spatial reasoning. That's another creative skill you use every single day without ever calling it creativity. Now I want you to imagine a bright sunny day. You're sitting beneath a tree and you notice the shadows, the way the light filters through the leaves. You notice the darkness of the shadow and the brightness of the sunlit areas beyond that. You know without thinking about it. You can see the difference between really deep, dark shadows and the highlights. You use this knowledge constantly. You know what time of day it is by the light outside. You know when it's starting to become evening time as it darkens on a normal blue sky day. You choose your clothes based on how shadows will fall on your face, or you notice some mood in the atmosphere based on light and shadow. That's comparing tones. That's understanding the relationship between light and dark. And that's a creative skill you've been using forever. That's 3 skills and there's only 4. And finally, think about walking into a room. You know immediately if it feels right, if it's too crowded. Does it feel claustrophobic and overwhelming, or is it too empty? Does it feel bare and lonely? You understand spatial relationships so well. You know when a room needs more furniture or less, more colour or less. You arrange your home based on this understanding. You line up your bookcase against the wall, not in front of a window, because you understand spatial awareness. And you know when a gathering feels too crowded and when it needs more people. You understand negative space. The importance of breathing room. That's comparing